I do this little songwriters retreat every November. I do 2 weekends of songwriting retreats up in northern Michigan. Anybody can come. Just bring your guitar or bring your keyboards, and we'll put you up for 3 nights, and we'll feed you good food, and we'll give you a song assignment. And then in a couple of, like 2.5 days, you got to write a song from the story that I tell you. I'm going to tell you what to write about. Everybody gets an individual assignment. Everybody gets to hear what it is. So then on Sunday, after brunch, you get up and you sing your song that everybody heard you get the assignment of, you know? And so nobody gets to say anything. Nobody gets to say what the song is called. There are no explanations like I'm doing right now. They just sing their song, and then halfway through the song, there's that ah moment where everybody goes, oh yeah, now I know what they're singing about. And it's kind of fun to know what somebody's singing about sometimes, you know? It's nice to have a little focus in the song. So I'm going to turn this guitar up just a little bit. And, but the thing is, I also get song assignments from people. It's not just me telling you what to do. I get told what to do also. And the cool thing about a song assignment is because sometimes you sit down and you say you want to write a song, you got a blank page in front of you, and you just have all these different thoughts going on in your head, and they all just seem so cliche. You've heard it before, and just it's too personal, and you don't want to write that down, you don't want to talk about that, and then you end up with nothing, and you just sat there and you just decided to go outside and play. So I give you a little direction is what I do when you come to my retreat. And I also get direction. I had somebody come up, give me an assignment a couple years ago. They said, I want you to write about being a fish in a lake that keeps getting caught by sportsmen, you know, who they catch you and they keep throwing you back in the water, you know, with your hook still in your mouth and all that kind of stuff. So you keep getting caught and thrown back in the water, right? And so I had to pretend I was a fish in this song. And I was trying to think of how I should write this, and so it was kind of a struggle, but I worked on it for a few hours, and I went a bunch of different ways, kept throwing sheets of paper out, then I came up with this idea. There was something I wanted to say near the end of the song that I thought was kind of, what a fish might want to say if it was frustrated, and so I was trying to figure out how to work my way to get to the point where I could say that thing I wanted to say. Understand me?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sometimes we gotta say something, but we gotta soften the blow when it comes around. So here, this goes. I call this the wounded soul. Fish story. You caught me on a morning when I'm not my best. Oh, you hooked me, but I felt blessed. Thought I was cooked, thought I was fried. Before you threw me over, well, I thought I died. Oh, you had me, but you let me go. Yeah, you had me, but you let me go. Oh, you had me, now I'm a wounded soul. Late evening, I was reeling on the end of your line. Oh, you hooked me one more time. Thought I was caught, but you cut me loose. Oh, how can one fillet take so much abuse? Well, you had me, but you let me go. Yeah, you had me, but you let me go. Oh, you had me, now I'm a wounded soul. Hook me again, you look alarmed. Now you got me, and three's a charm. You better keep me, make me a winner. Just this once I wanna be your dinner. If you have me, I'll be so sweet. If you release me, I'll be up a creek. Don't you tease me, eat me. Oh, you had me, but you let me go. Yeah, you had me, but you let me go. Oh, you had me, but you let me go. Let me go, 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 let me go. Thank you very much. Then I got this other assignment from a guy named Michael Smith, who I think is one of the finest songwriters around. He's from Chicago. He wrote a song called The Dutchman, which is real famous, but don't expect you heard it. Anyways, you hear about him someday. He told me to write a song about coming home early from a gig, and you walk into your house, and of course you hear your partner snoring and in the bedroom, and then you also hear somebody else snoring. And so he told me I had to walk into the kitchen where there's a tape recorder, and I'm supposed to leave a message, and that's all he told me to do. I don't want to wake you. I see you weren't expecting me to be home so soon, but my gig was up. So I drove all night, thinking about your body and the way the moonlight, the way it shines in our bedroom. I don't want to wake you. I guess you weren't expecting me to pop your balloon, but my gig was up. So I drove all night, thinking about your body and the way the moonlight, the way it shines in our bedroom. I don't want to wake you. I guess I wasn't expecting you to. Should've got a motel room. Now the gig is up. Pause. Gonna make a PBJ with a glass of milk. Then I'm gonna slip away, 'cause the gig is up. I don't wanna wake you. The gig is up. I don't want to wake you. The gig is up. I drove all night thinking about your body. The gig is up. The gig is up. The gig is up. I guess for St. Patrick's Day I could have said the jig is up, and the phrase originally is jig is up, but my gig was up, so sometimes you make these little decisions when you songwrite. Should I say gig? Should I say jig? I decided with gig. Is that okay? Yeah. Gig is good? Gig's good? Alright, this year, just a couple months ago at my last retreat, somebody told me to write a song about working in a resort town, oh, actually what I did was I had two people give me assignments, and I was going to try to mix two of them somehow. Sometimes it's good to challenge yourself a little bit, and that's where the subtext comes in. That's where the interesting stuff can come about, you know. So one guy told me, you live in resort town, you got a crush on a girl who works in a fudge shop, and you go in there every day and you buy a fudge off this girl so you can talk to her, and you end up getting kind of fat, you know, and the diseases that come along with it. And then the other guy told me you write a letter to yourself when you're 40 that you read when you're 50, and then you read that letter and you write another letter to yourself that you're going to read when you're 60. So anyways, I had to mix those two assignments together somehow, and that's what I came up with.